What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, reacting to maybe the biggest draft day trade of 2022. The Titans and Eagles sent shockwaves through the NFL when Tennessee agreed to send wide receiver A.J. Brown to Philly in exchange for 2 draft picks, one of which the Titans used to select wide receiver Treylon Burks. The Titans and Brown reportedly couldn't come to an agreement on the amount of money in Brown's next contract, so the team shipped him off and drafted his replacement in Burks instead. Meanwhile, the Eagles gave Brown a 4-year contract extension worth $100 million with $57 million in guarantees. The team clearly has big plans for him, but what does this trade mean for Brown's short and long-term fantasy value? Prior to the trade, Brown was generally seen as a top 8 wide receiver for Dynasty. The Titans are a run-first team that excel on accuracy and efficiency, which is how Brown burst onto the scene at the end of 2019 and during the 2020 season. 2021 was more peaks and valleys, where he had his blow-up spots, but also delivered some lackluster performances. He was in and out of the lineup due to injury, and quarterback Ryan Tannehill wasn't as good as he had been the previous 2 years. Now Brown finds himself in another run-heavy scheme in Philly, but with more question marks at the quarterback position. Tannehill is the type of quarterback that can flirt with a 70% completion percentage. Jalen Hurts, however, completed just 61% of his passes in his first full season as a starting NFL quarterback. On top of that, Brown will be facing the most competition for targets of his NFL career so far. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert are markedly better players than any other weapons Tennessee deployed during Brown's tenure with the team. He probably won't be hyper-targeted the way he had been with the Titans. With Brown now added to the mix and Smith and Goddard presumably ready to take another step forward, the Eagles do figure to throw the ball more than they did in 2021. But while the expectation is that young players continue to improve and develop with time and experience, we can't just assume it with a young project at quarterback in Hurts. Working as the Eagles wide receiver 1 last year, Smith saw 104 targets over 17 games in his rookie season. Brown saw 106 targets in 14 games in 2020 and 105 targets in 13 games in 2021. So naturally, we have to speculate Brown's usage on a per-game basis could come down a bit in a less efficient passing offense. All told, Brown probably needs to be treated more like a wide receiver 2 in 2022. With questions about how Hurts will play in his second year as the starter, plus Philly's previous run-heavy scheme, we have to temper expectations. Brown's currently being drafted as the wide receiver 9 with an ADP around 21 in underdog best balls. That's a little rich, so he'll have to slide a bit for me to want to take a chance on drafting him. Brown's long-term prospects are still okay, though, and he should still be treated like a wide receiver 1 in Dynasty. Either Hurts progresses as a player and proves to be Philly's quarterback of the future, or if things don't work out, the team will maneuver to put themselves in the mix for one of the top quarterback prospects of the 2023 draft. Remember, Philly has 2 first-round picks next year. If Jalen Hurts makes big strides as a passer and allows the Eagles to air it out more, Brown will be just fine. But he doesn't currently have the stability we were comfortable with from a fantasy perspective that he had with the Titans. Drop him in your rankings a little bit for 2022. That's a quick reaction to the A.J. Brown trade to the Eagles. What do you guys think? Put any thoughts or questions in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. We also host live streams on our channel each Tuesday and Thursday, all off-season long, at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out, come get any questions answered you have, or feel free to bring up any other general fantasy football topics you care to discuss. Till then, this is Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.